some talk to me. This could get interesting. Oh, you get money, well, how are you spending it? Is this your passion or is it about Benjamins? Is it about cash or the fact that you didn't quit? Talk to me. Let's sip on some wine. Discussion about future, the past, and the grind. What's an excuse when it's last on your mind? I love what you do, may I ask for your time?
What's good, my people? I'm your host, Dom, of the
Talk to Me
podcast. Here to my right, I got Tyke. We got the cameraman over there, Carlo Russo, and my boy, my roommate, Jesus Ramos on the audio on the ones and twos. So right now, I'm sitting with Darryl Appiah. Appiah. Cutting up already. Appiah. He's the owner of a clothing company around the Northern Virginia area called Prime Hierarchy. What's good? How y'all doing?
How's it going, man?
Good, man. Y'all chilling?
Yes, sir.
Chilling, had a little drive over there, huh?
Some slight.
Man, hit me with an hour to see the boys. I said, okay.
I had to do it one time.
Hey, gotta support. That's what we're here for.
Always.
That's what's good. How you doing, Tyke?
I'm hanging, man. Glad to be back on the podcast.
Huh?
Rolling again, you know what I'm saying? Starting to get the flow of things. I'm good, though, man. It's Wednesday.
That's what I like to hear. All right, so talk to me about this Prime Hierarchy. How did it all start?
All right, so I think back in, I want to say like 2012, 2011. I mean, I've always been into fashion. I mean, in high school, well, back in like even since middle school when, you know, I could get the J's that I wanted or the fresh and the polos and that, you know, and people's are like, that's too pricey, that's too expensive, you can't do it. And I had all the kids in the neighborhood around me, you know, was rocking the freshest gear and whatnot. And, you know, you was like, all I had to my name was like a fresh pair of all white Air Forces. So, you know, I was just always into fashion and like, dang, you know, being around people that can, you know, dress their ass off. Eventually I picked it up. So the older I got, and then when I eventually, you know, got some money myself and was able to shop on my own and whatnot, you know, that's when I was a late bloomer, but that's when my collection started taking off. And again, I've just always been into just the newest gear and brands and all that stuff. And so I think it's something that I've always had in the back of my mind, like, dang, you know, what if I just made my own, even from back then. But I think I was in school and a buddy of mine had just started one of his jumps. He went to VCU. And
so when you were in school, what time period is this?
College. College.
Cool.
College is when I was over at ODU. And my man's over at VCU started his own jump. And this is somebody that used to ask me for like clothing and fashion advice back in the day. So, you know, in my head, I'm like, you know, he's doing it and he's asking me for, you know, advice and ideas, and I'm repping his. It's like, why can't I do it? So I got with my boy, Brian, who I went to high school with. And, you know, like me, him too, he was into, you know, the J's and at the time, I think Polo and North Face and all that stuff. And we ended up bouncing ideas back and forth. And I was like, yo, you know, when I come home, let's get this popping and whatnot. So originally my idea was completely different. It was pay homage, I think. And the concept of that was I was going to basically show love to like important figures, like, but doing it like a stylish way. I can't even explain it now if I wanted to because I'm so far gone with this show.
Yeah. But
it was like just almost like reminiscent on the greats, but doing it in a way where I could throw it in a shirt and show love. And it was a dope idea, but
probably was tough to do.
Art
it
was fake.
Cost,
Fast.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but honestly probably would make it easier because maybe I could have just taken like for example, an idea has like an old picture of maybe like Pac, but then like kind of finessing it where it, you know, because of paying homage to a great, you know, a legend. Yeah. So I'm at work one day. I just started actually working at this job at a bank. And this is when IG just came out. You know, I feel like I was one of the first people with it. But I'm just thumbing through my feed and whatnot. And I literally see my whole idea. I don't know how, I feel like it was a sign from God. Like my exact concept, everything that I told you was bitten. Even from that pop picture, I'll tell you, like my whole idea using people of the past and like my whole concept was taken. I was like, what? But by then, I was already like a couple weeks, months in deep with that idea. And I was so and the designs, I used to draw, I don't draw as much anymore, but I would sketch at work when I was bored on my downtime, and everything, a lot of what I did had PH incorporated because it paid homage. And I was so, you know, so rooted in the P and the H, I was like, dang, I gotta start from scratch, I can't. So bored at work again, I literally took a blank piece of paper and I put P on one side and H on the other, and I just started thinking of mad adjectives that would be dope, and I just made a long list, and I started crossing them, and like, you know, almost like a word scramble type job, just seeing what sounded the best.
Still keep the acronym.
That's it, yeah,
PH and still
exactly.
Something else,
and then, and then it's just weird. So I came up with, you know, Prime, top tier was another mantra of ours, but like prominent hierarchy, which is like levels. I mean, like, you know, like a food chain, that's a hierarchy.
There's levels to the shit.
That's it. And then prime being at the top, I mean, you top notch, you at the level, you know, you at the top of this chain, exactly, you know, king. So, you know, another thing too is pH. My main design, my first design was a phoenix that I sketched. I should have brought my sketchbooks. I would have showed y'all. It was a phoenix, and then it ain't on there, but yeah, you go ahead and show them one time what we got coming. But I had the phoenix, and pH starts with a phoenix, and also I don't know if y'all know the legend of the phoenix is, you know, the fire bird, the mythical bird. It burns and then it reborns. You know, you're always renewed, you're always fresh. So I mean, that was pretty much the concept. And then you know what I'm saying, man.
Shit, you had to at this point because it just goes to show you jumping out the gate. You said you had your idea with the paying homage, and you see something with it. You gotta stick to it at the time. You keep thinking about, I'm gonna do it one day, I'm gonna do it one day, then shit, you see someone else doing something similar.
It's
like,
damn. You should have seen when I found out, I was like, literally my whole idea. It's like this man went into my brain and already beat me too. I ain't hit him up yet. I ain't copyright nothing or trademark nothing yet.
That's what a lot of stuff nowadays. Like simple things is Uber. Like I swear we've had nights where we like, man, I can pay someone to just basically take control of the whole taxi industry. You know what I'm saying?
Now look,
what do you think of that? We ain't do nothing.
What do you think of that?
And we looking stupid.
What do you think of that? Like back in the day? See, I could have just sit on a gold mine now.
Easy.
See, I mean, that just goes to show you if you got something, like
jump
on it, you know?
Yeah,
exactly. So,
especially with this stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna go into full detail, but like, I got this idea for a minute.
There you go.
So, you mentioned Brian as the other co-founder. So
it's
shout out my man Drops. Yeah,
it's two, you know. So, what role do you play? I'm assuming designer. Like, as far as,
I mean,
what does he do?
Like the process, we're co-owners now. He isn't as he likes to be more, you know, in the background. Yeah. You know, I'm the talker, I'm the face. You know, he's you know, every now and then I'll force him to say something or be able to, you know, have him talk about what the brand is about. But he prefers me to do that, and then he's more logical. Like I'm the more and it's good because there's a good balance. You know, he's more laid back with it, and I'm more willing to take risks. And there be sometimes where he's at and I'm willing to like chill. So it's like we got a very like healthy, good balance. Yeah, we feed off each other. So I mean, we both just exchange ideas, and again, he's like that. It's like I'm baby, he's Slim, the Cash Money. You know, you never see Slim, but you know, baby out here giving the contracts and whatnot. Now I'm not baby business wise because man, terrible with it when it comes to brand and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much how we do it.
That's what's up. That's what you need.
Yes, sir. That's it. Yeah, it's all about balance, man. Everything about balance. So.
Gotcha.
Sure.
So basically what we talked about a little bit earlier, so with the clothing industry being so saturated, what are some ways you guys try to set your clothing apart from the others?
And like you said, and the thing about it too is there's room for everybody to eat in it, so it's possible to be competitive and still, you know, show love to another brand. Yeah. So I mean, there's no such thing as, you know, like something that's brand new. You know what I'm saying? You don't you don't recreate the wheel, you reinvent it. You know what I'm saying? Like you take it and then you tweak it to make it your own. So that's what I try to do. Like I get ideas from other brands and then I try to put my own spin on it.
See,
you know what I mean?
It's funny that you say that because like really what it is in today's day and age, is my opinion on it, is like so many people don't want to support it until it's going, and that's with anything.
That's
you know,
crazy.
With clothes, you know, friends with that, they don't want to wear it or do it until they see someone else doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Stupid.
And it's sick like that, but it's really all like you said about marketing and how you do it. And I think one of the best ways to do it is if you did have someone else like that's doing has like another brand like yours is Prime Hierarchy, you know,
like collab.
Yeah, and then you collab with them, and you know what I'm saying. I think that's not or just getting, you know, reach out to their side and your side, because most of it, what I think, it comes from people that you know immediately, right? You're pushing it on your friends to push it on their friends.
Oh yeah, that's my people like that I came up with that support me, like that's the foundation, right? You know, you reached out, you show love, you got that. So I mean, it's all that little stuff like that matters. That's what's gonna help me take off, and then I just see it as like once I make it, you know, I'm not gonna forget about the people that helped me get to where I am. Right. You know what I mean? Whether it be another brand, whether it be a family member, whether it be somebody that just, you know, reached out and showed love. So, but no, you're definitely right about that. You know, it's strength in numbers. Yeah. You know, and it's hard because especially in the DMV, it's weird. It's like people are almost like afraid to support each other.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I don't understand it.
It's weird, but you look at places like Atlanta. I don't know if it's a bad comparison. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, but like in the music industry, you see how all the rappers work together, right? Yeah. They're not afraid to work together, but they all put out hits. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's like something about it.
That probably comes with the Southern hospitality. You know
Yeah,
what
well,
I'm
we
saying?
need to get someone
I
up
say
there
that.
that knows Virginia.
Because I talked to one guy and he was like, man, I came from New York and I lived in Atlanta, or let's just say Georgia or whatever. And he was like, man, the people there were so nice to me. Like now I really see, like when you hear like, oh, the stereotype of the Southern hospitality and all that stuff, people are nice.
I don't know what it is.
You believe it, but you gotta actually see it to believe it.
Right.
Yeah, but the worst thing about that, I don't mean to cut you off, is like the Southern hospitality is the thing, but are we just that much more of assholes over here? You know what I'm saying? Or is that just how?
Look at the traffic in the DMV.
So he said we're all stuck up up here.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, what you think about New York?
Fact.
It's worse as you go up. Yeah.
The northern south. Other two, one thing too is like the West Coast, for example. Everybody I know that has left here to go there is thriving.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because
they showing up there too.
Because everyone out there is trying to. No one knows anyone, so they don't got no hate.
That's
so
it.
they're all like, okay, it's all what your eye, what you see on the eye. What you think looks good, and you're gonna take it from face value. This is what I think.
And you just actually reminded me of something my man said too. Shout out to my boy Shane. He's one of my videographers. He was just telling me literally like, people are afraid to support you like in your hometown. Well, some people, I won't say all, I'm not going to generalize, but like some people, it's because they know, they know, I get mad love, I get mad love, and I appreciate it. But there's some people that, he was telling me how like, people are used to what you used to be. So it's like, let's say for example, you're an up-and-coming rapper, right? But you live here, and then now you're rapping about shit that they know you're not really about. But maybe that's what you really feel. They're not going to take you seriously because they know what you used to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. You know
but
what I'm
also
saying?
people have their own idea of who they think you are. They you know what I mean? If people don't know you, like I said, they know you through social media. A lot of people know you through social media.
Right.
You know, I know you, but I never really met you.
Right.
You know, so they got their idea of what they think you are.
Right.
You doing shit differently, and they're like, "What the hell? That ain't what you are." But they don't even really know.
Right.
So it's just different. It's just like how they
tough.
perceive you, and then you go from there. And shit. It's how it is.
So like, probably should. So as far as
That's
like,
all an opinion about
what, as far as the time frame, when did y'all start selling clothes or stuff like that?
So again, we had the sketches. We linked up with my boy who started the clothing line that I said that you know gave me the light bulb. Like he's doing it, why can't I? He plugged me with his print or manufacturer or whatnot, and it really is as simple as getting an idea together, hollering at them, letting them know how much you wanna how many you wanna make quantity wise. So I would say probably like by I think that summer of 2012 is when the first thing I made was a tank top. It was a black tank and it had this phoenix that I sketched. We sent it to a graphic designer. We approved it. They threw it on the tank for me. It was different, like we talked about earlier. You've seen a million tank tops, but little things matter like positioning. So our design came from the bottom up. It wasn't even center. It wasn't on the chest. It was bottom up. It was different. Like
Tank tops were popping back then as well.
I'll show y'all at some point while I'm here. But so we did a black tank, and then we did it that same design on a white tee, and I mean it flew. I mean people were like, dang, and it was good because again I've always been to. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I know how to dress a little bit, something slight. So I just know what I got an eye for it. So once it wasn't a shock to nobody once I put it out. So that I had that in my back pocket. You know what I mean? Like you should have been doing this a long time ago. I was like, oh dang, that's really so it made me feel good. So so I would say 2012. Then thereafter, we try to do like seasonal drops, like winter, boom, put out a hoodie. Summer tank tops, hats, and beanies in the winter. I just didn't from then on.
So I try to follow like the necessities.
Exactly. So like keep it seasonal.
Before you go on with the next question, how long did you look in towards like the manufacturing? Do you have it like all trademark now, so don't have it again like with the?
My original idea. I jumped on that ASAP.
How much time did you end up putting into that? Was it more strenuous than you thought it was going to be? Like, were there ideas that you were bouncing off still, even in that aspect of it? Like, how far did you go as far as like the material? Talk to me about some of that.
Strenuous is a good word. Expensive is a more reasonable word. So at the time, it's right. You get it. To do all that stuff, it costs.
Now you gotta have the money to front it.
That's
right?
it. Exactly. And being new to that, it's like, damn, that's what I gotta do. That's how much it costs. I gotta actually get a business lawyer for this. Like, it takes money to make money. So. And being new to that, people leave that part of it out.
Oh yeah, you don't know
what I'm saying?
A
lot of people hit me up and they're like, yo, how do I get it pop? Get my own clothing line, this, that, and third. And then like, it's easy to. I promise you, I'm not trying to dumb down the process at all. But anybody can throw a shirt, design a shirt and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? But you got it exactly. it's quality. Fruit of the Loom is trash quality, by the way. So it's cheap. Those are cheap teas. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention to quality. Because,
I want this shit to last.
that's it. Exactly. You don't want to throw it. And back then too, I did have some the design. It wasn't even the quality of the shirt. It was the quality of the print. And these are all growing pains I had to learn. Like you throw it in the washer and then it starts peeling. You don't want nothing that peel. That's a lot. You know what I mean?
Bruh.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
I got a hoodie from VCU. And
This the one you just ordered?
nah, the joint that I was in the forgot where we were going. I think we were going to DR, and I just threw the hoodie on like it's 2 a.m. I'm about to get on this plane.
Get comfortable.
And I ain't looking at the fuzzies or whatever you want to call it, because I throw mine in the washer. All my clothes that I wear out, I put it in the dry cleaners. But if I don't really care about it, throw it in the washer.
Right.
And I got all these fuzzies over, and my boy Zach, shout out to Zach, he was like, "What the hell you got on?" I looked at my I say, "Yo." So to answer what you basically just brought up. So what should I do with your clothing? I can throw it in the washer multiple times, or throw it in the dry cleaner.
You let me know if you get a little tear or something slight. We'll do our best to accommodate you, but I promise
How
you.
we gonna accommodate you? You know what I'm saying?
We'll cross that bridge. If we get there, we won't get there. I promise you.
Okay. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm color coordinated. Back to you, though. You know,
The black on red.
I ain't gonna toot my horn.
He said I can go on something too.
So, and also with another conversation we had. So I was looking at your past clothing. I love wearing olive green, and that shirt that you had.
Tell them
I was like,
why you like wearing olive green?
Oh, there's a story behind it.
Well, look
Look at the kid. Talk to the kid.
words in the eyes.
I ain't gonna do it on my chest.
Boy, it brings out his eyes.
That motherfucker love his eyes, bro. Look, so normally I'm gonna let you go in a second. He'll go to a joint. Excuse me, a female. He'll go to a female. And like, you know, he'll be wide-eyed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, you gotta let it
look, if she don't ask him about his eyes, he gonna be like, "Hey,
You gonna make sure. Facts.
I ain't that corny. I'm saying,
You see my eyes. You said I ain't that corny.
Tell him what you missing.
she gonna see my eyes. I'm make sure she see it.
Yeah, you know you walking like
He
this.
said the olive ring. We might do a little custom exclusive joke on man's over here so we can break out their minds.
Something in my eyes.
Go ahead, man. I got you off track.
But that's cool.
Medusa.
So back to the olive green joint. So I hit you up about those, and you was like, "Man, we sold those in fall 2015." I was like, "Damn, late." So to go off of that, exclusivity. As far as like, you know how you got Supreme and people love Supreme, that's like the top dog billion-dollar company, you know that stuff. So are y'all following that pattern as far as exclusivity? So once it's sold out, it ain't coming out again, and y'all gonna try to do retros 5 years ago? What are y'all doing with that?
Exactly, actually, yeah. Supreme is a big like inspiration of mine too. I don't know if you heard the background story for them. They started out as like a skateboard shop back in like the early '90s, and I mean, look at them now. They put out stuff and it flies almost like Jay's on the next.
You know how much he invested? His first initial investment in 2011 was $12,000 in 2011. Damn. So that's I looked it up, and it was like that's like now investing $19,000. So I looked up the what's the word I'm looking for? The
return of investment. No value.
There you go.
But hop on Google real quick.
that's not Google. I got the word right here. Inflation.
Okay.
I'm slow.
Hey, is exclusivity a word?
I made it up.
Oh,
Hey, it sounds so good.
It is.
It sounds right. It rolled off my tongue.
I'm a dumbass here.
So when you hear that, and now it's a billion-dollar company, that can inspire you, move you any type of way. Like, what does that make me like?
Precisely, because
My
again,
hair in my back curl.
and again, I don't know about y'all, but it's like I don't like wearing things that everybody else
I hate it
has.
so
You know what I mean?
much.
You know what? And I don't know if y'all been about. You go out and then you see the same shirt that somebody else rocking as you. It's like, damn, man, you keep wear that on a different day, man.
It's a tragedy.
You know, I mean, I get it once in a blue moon if it's something like it's somebody you know that is into that shit too, that they can pull it off as well. It ain't no hate, but it's like me personally, it's
I
like,
know, but
damn,
then
man, I don't
don't
want.
you think like, damn, dude, is my style like what I don't like too?
Exactly.
And then you like, shit.
Exactly, and I pride myself on not having what everybody else has.
Gotcha.
So with that mindset in mind, with my brand too, it's like you said, I have dropped some things like once it's gone, it's gone. Like that joint ain't coming back. I might have a size. I don't know if I have your size or not. I think you asked me.
It was like small.
I can't finesse it.
I might
can't
need to slide. I'm trying to bulk a little bit.
All right.
I might need to fit
But yeah, just for the simple concept that I don't want, rack up people around. Like it's more, and it's prime hierarchy. It's like a move. It's like it's like once you. It's almost like a little secret club kind of concept. You know what I mean? Like, but it does feel good when I'm getting texts like from homeboys like, yo, I just see somebody wearing this on the mall, like blah blah. I had somebody literally FaceTime me with a random dude like, yo, he got all you gear. At Tyson's that he's seen. Like, that's love.
You ain't even know him.
I did.
That's what's up.
I did it. And I've had customers in Brazil and Germany too. So it's like just that exclusivity is key. It's just try to and it keeps the like. Almost like what's the word I'm looking for? The demand for it, like it's like, I gotta get my hands on this before it goes. Exactly. I gotta get my hands on this before it sells out. So that's what I'm trying to create. So
that's definitely. I think that's the.
So to go off of that, also, I was looking at comments. I was doing a little research before I came here. So I was looking at some video and it was like, just because it's limited, so say if someone was a C prime hierarchy, right? Mm-hmm. And they would come up to you and be like, all right, well, if it randomly came to you, like, just because prime hierarchy clothing is limited doesn't mean it's worth it. Why should I buy it? What would you say?
Just because it's limited doesn't mean it's worth it?
Yeah. As far as the price you got it at now, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about like the price wise?
Yeah, I think what Don was trying to say is what's your target market? What's your selling point to people? Why you should buy it?
Oh, okay.
Even if it comes in limited quantity, just because it's not mass produced, doesn't mean that they want it because it's just not produced a lot. Okay. But what's your selling point on why you should get it?
I mean, I guess piggyback on the rarity of it. Yeah. Again, it's like a lot of people don't. Why. It goes back to that oversaturation. You don't want to walk outside looking like the next person that you see. You know what I mean? Just it's different. It's to create that difference. That is,
so the proof's in the pudding. Basically.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? How would you feel if you go into a place and you see everybody wearing the same? I mean, it's kind of like I don't know. Like it's kind of hard to explain because again, for me personally, I don't like going somewhere where I know everybody's about to be looking alike. That's boring. That's weird. That's bland. No one's gonna really buy into it because they know there's no value in it. If everybody can have it, if everybody can have it, what's the value in it? So I mean, I guess I would just probably reinforce the value of it, and hopefully I won't have to do much talking about why you should buy it. Hopefully, my gear is dope enough that you would just cop it.
That's what I was gonna say. Like off of that, like, if you were to ask me, I'd be like, well, if you ask me that, it ain't for you.
I'm saying, there you go. That's a great response. I'm gonna have to take on that.
That's what I was looking for. You know what I'm saying?
For you because I don't need to tell you why you should get it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
If you can't afford it, it's not meant for you.
Exactly. If you don't like it, you just don't like it. So it is what it is.
And again,
it's not for everyone.
That's it. And I've had people tell me like, that's dope, but it's not for me, and that's fine because it's okay. But that's okay.
That's not even a bad comment. I'd rather you tell me that than say,
that's it. I've had people tell me that's it. I've had people tell, red don't look good on me, but I mean, I know somebody that probably would rock it, and it don't hurt my feelings or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Different strokes for different folk. Everybody is. Yeah.
I'll tell them check out the olive then.
That's it. You might bring out your olive.
Straight up. So, also, I'll tell you that. Would you better ask me?
No.
So also when I was on your IG, I seen that you had an interview with the magazine company called Voyage LA. How does that feel to have an interview or to be in contact with such a prestigious website or company?
And walk us through the beginning how that even came about.
So this had been in the works for a couple of maybe like mid-October. They had reached out to me.
So they reached out to you first?
Yeah, they reached out to me. Because a friend of mine, she has like a kids clothing line, and again, it's not about what you know, man. It's about who you know.
Preach that,
man. So she
it gets more valid as I grow up.
Man, ain't that the truth? So she basically referred me, and then they checked me out, and it was like, yo, in the email, this dude named Chris Williams, who he's like an editor for them. They have like a hidden gems column, and it was like even being Northern Virginia based, they still was, you know, fucking with me, and I was like, damn, that's love.
Yeah,
so, you know,
on the West Coast.
That's
like,
it. Yeah,
so LA.
yeah, I had people tell like, so when you moving or when you planning? I'm like, I'm still here. You see the title says based out of Northern VA. I was like, that's love. But yeah, so they reached out to me via email. You know, sent me like a little mini questionnaire, kind of like screened me a little bit, and then just asked me good questions. It was raw, it was real. I asked a lot more than they posted on the, you know, on the spread, which is fine. I guess they took the best parts of it, and then the rest is history. You know, I posted it, mad people started showing love and sharing it and congratulating, and then just, you know.
So did you have anything open available for sale at the time you did the interview?
Yeah, I had some items. So right now I was just telling him like it's winter, so we're getting everything prepped for finishing up the winter, and then so I can focus on spring.
Yeah.
The last thing I dropped before was these flutes. You know, that was for fall light weather, but then it got a little bit colder. So.
Did you see a spike in your sales after you did the interview with them?
A little bit. I mean, again, it's very, I don't know what's the word, kind of sporadic, I guess.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
You have your good weeks, and your good weeks, but I just gotta stay consistent.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta, and then again, going back to the rarity and exclusivity, I'm not dropping everything like Supreme. Again, you don't see them. I mean, they do have more consistent drops, but
they're not dropping the same shit.
Exactly.
It's always
and then once it's gone, it's gone.
Reopen a whole line, do they?
No, barely.
Yeah.
If you want to get something
resale.
that they drop, you gotta like go on like eBay or something like
it's
that,
all
or like
resale.
StockX or something
market,
that beat you up. And but then the resale of it is
It's
spiked.
super,
Yeah. So again, it just kind of it just opened more eyes. I think it didn't necessarily have people rushing to my website to be like, oh, I need this, I need that. Because I mean, by this, you know, I haven't really put out anything just yet. By the time that people want anything, it's probably gone, honestly.
Yeah.
But it put that awareness out there. You know, it put me on the map a little bit. Like now they know, like I'm out here.
Make sure you're good. Get ready for the next one.
That's it. Exactly. So
Coming back bigger and better.
exactly. It was dope.
So this is kind of like polar opposite of what I just asked you, but I feel like in anything you do, you'll always come to a point where you're just like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna do this no more.
Oh,
Have you had that over the past?
Again, it's just it's not all a smooth sailing. I mean, for us too, in the beginning, we had to rely on a lot of other people other than just us, other than me and Brian, because we didn't have, you know, videographers or models and whatnot, and I don't know, we just always want to be. Me too. I'm okay with being like front and center, but I prefer not to be. You know, being like running it, being the owner. I don't want to be all up in the cameras, all up in the videos. Exactly. I'll switch it up. So, you know, and then I'll maybe get a girl to try to model for me. She tell me she's down, day of, conveniently maybe her car broke, something, something stupid like that. So it always something. So dealing with that was very stressful.
Not with just females.
Oh yeah. I didn't try to single nobody out. Many dudes too will bail on me last minute. But it was just after a while. I mean, it was a point in time where it was just back to back where it would happen. It's like, all right, fuck this. I quit. I'm just gonna rock my man's job because it's just tough. But then you just can't give up. You know, you put too much work in it, and it's just like it's almost like it's your baby. Honestly, you want to see it grow, you want to build it. But oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely been there before. I've been really honestly too. You know, with wanting to quit, it's just people tell me like, nah, you should have, because I was like, even with Brian, he's had some downs where he's like, man, I'm just about to just buy it out and you can take it on your own. I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? And I've been there too. It's like, you know what? If this drop doesn't sell out, so we're not. And I've been there before where I'm walking by my basement and I see boxes of shirts just sitting there like, damn, man, we thought it was going to do good. Weeks passed and I still got these tees still sitting here like, god damn, it's trial and error. So it is a little discouraging when you see it piling up. You're like, why is it not taking off? Like, what are we doing wrong? And you see another brand that's picking up. It's like, exactly. So it's just like, it gets discouraging, but you can't just.
So what are sales tactics that you guys use as far as because right now we're in a social media area, right? So are you mainly focused on social media? Are you going to pop-ups? You doing pop-up shops? You're in stores? How are you trying to maneuver your way into the retail industry as far as at malls or at random stores? And how are you doing? Just online selling?
So, excuse me, basically a combination of all those things. Like you said, social media is key. Everybody got their phone in their hands nowadays, you know what I mean? So we just got to be consistent with putting out good content to keep people interested. Now, the hardships with that is, you don't want to be too redundant, posting out the same pics over and over again in the same outfit and over and over again. So there's some challenges in there. But as far as that, yeah, I've done pop-up shops. I've traveled as far as Richmond for one to set up shop at one, and just anywhere I get an opportunity to do that. So I try to take advantage of it.
Hold on, So let me ask you this: when you're starting it back.
Okay, ready.
3, 2, 1.
So like, as I was looking at your website, your clothing website, I was looking at all the different logos, all the different designs, and all that stuff. And I love the hats. That PH, right? When I first took a glance at it, when I first ever seen it, I said, "Man, that look like the Rocket."
I knew you was about to say that because I got that before.
So I got a scenario for you.
Okay.
So this is hypothetical question. It will never happen like this, obviously. So if the Rockets came to you and said, "Hey, you're copying our logo," and they gave you an option, we give you $100K, and you never can sell clothing again, and you gotta shut down shop. What would you do?
Damn.
Before you go, I was gonna say, it really gotta depend on where you at, right, with the clothing. Like, if you feel like it's really about to blow, then it's a hell nah. But if you can do something with that 100,000 and redo something with the PH, you still keep the PH trade, how you have a trademark, rebrand a little bit, you might be all right.
Man, it's Todd just answered the question for me. For real, honestly,
That's my opinion.
It's important. Again, it's like I said earlier, it's like your baby. So it's like, dang, I'm giving my kid up for like adoption type shit. Honestly, that's probably what it would feel like. It's like I started this from the ground up, and there's been plenty of scenarios like that. I remember my homeboy, he got his own joint, Alter Ego, and he did something incorporating the AE, and I think American Eagle reached out to him with that same scenario, and he said no. Yeah. You know, fast forward years later, you got Diddy in his track jackets and whatnot. So I mean, it's like it's honestly probably one of those things that have to happen for me to actually see what I do, because you know what I mean, you can't turn it on that kind of that helped me out a little bit, but you turn 100K now, you get that now, but it's like they probably see.
They can do more with it.
Exactly. You know, they probably see value. The reason they cutting you that check or even making an offer is because they see value in what you're doing.
100%.
So they know they can make more than 100K.
Exactly.
By taking it off your hands now. So I'm like, nah, you give me 100K. Either I up that price more, or I stick with it. So I'll probably maybe pray on it, stick to my really like think about it. Probably obviously contemplate my homie, like who's in it with me, like is
right. You got two heads on it.
Exactly.
So honestly, the way I look at it, as far as that,
you would sell. I know you.
First of all,
is it?
No.
Deal or no deal?
No.
Deal.
I'll be like, yo, get that shit out of my face. This is why. If I'm gonna do something like that, you gotta have courage, you gotta have passion, you gotta have will. You're literally betting on yourself.
That's it.
I would look at that 100K like, bruh, I'm gonna make that.
That's it.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it in a year. I don't know if I'm gonna make it in 5 years. You basically betting them and betting yourself like, yo, I'm gonna make it 100K.
That's right.
No, that's disrespect to me. You better say $1 million or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm looking.
All you can see is that I'm worth 100K.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I would look at it. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're 100% right.
Some clothing company, or make that jump. You haven't fully made that jump yet because you're still working the 9 to 5 and stuff like that. But that's the way I look at it. I would have been like, nah.
And I agree. Man, now you make me feel bad for even thinking about it. But
like you said, it's all based on how you're in the moment, because only you know your profit on it. So if they overselling and you saying, damn, my shit really ain't selling, take it. It just depends. I mean, like you said, it's gotta be in the moment.
It all depends on your situation.
But I'm more in the lines of that too, because I see the value in what I'm creating. I mean, I'm trying to create not just the clothing, I'm trying to create a movement. You know what I'm saying? I want people that when they throw on the gear, they be comfortable in it, like I'm that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So
and just like that scenario that you talked about, I don't know if you want to talk about it with one of your friends that's somewhat or IG famous. You missed the opportunity because blah 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 blah. Right. That opportunity may come again, and then boom, that can maybe equate to X amount of money. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be in the right place at the right time.
That's it. And again, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Just networking. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I'm out here with y'all. Hopefully, people see this, we back off the, you know, I get my check, I get my royalties real quick.
Another alley that you might have went down with.
That's why I jumped on this, man.
Yep.
No,
I tell everyone, any publicity is good publicity.
Nah, we know what you're trying to say.
Yeah. So before we jump on, you said that your man Alter Ego had his brand Alter Ego and Diddy was wearing it. Who is if there is one, the highest ranking A-list, D-list celebrity, or anyone that you would look at as kind of like a celebrity or anything, a figure that has worn your brand that you've been proud of, that you're excited about, that like, damn, I can't believe he's wearing it. That could be a really good friend that you admire, or someone that's just a celebrity in other people's eyes. Talk about that a little bit.
Nate Burleson, we sent him some gear and he rocked it. You know, he made a post about that too and all that stuff.
That's a wide receiver.
Yeah,
he's on
NFL Network.
Yep, he's on like
football. Yes, he played with Randy Moss. Nate Burleson.
He was on the Seahawks for a while.
Yeah. So we sent him a bunch of stuff. I think at the time I had jerseys. I sent him a crew neck, some jerseys, and we geared him up real quick and he did a little post on IG and it had like a nice little fit on there too. Yeah, man, it was tough. It was really good to see. Nate Burleson, my guy, so I remember playing with the Vikings back in the old Maddens, you know, Randy was on there. So,
just clicking the B button to Randy.
You know, when I felt like when I wanted Nate to eat too, I throw him his passes every now and then too.
You got
my guy, but yeah.
You was going straight to Randy.
I mean, that's my favorite.
This whole time they had Chris Carter. What you mean?
No, not that time. By then, Nate Burleson was already there. Yeah, Chris Carter was on his way out by then. But yeah, when he, you know, when I got in contact with him and I sent him to get, that was big. That was big love.
So did you reach out to him in regards to you got pushed him and said, hey, check this out, and he responded?
That's it. You know, I just kind of rolled the dice and I was like, I'm a big fan of this man. Nate, you know, see if you show love.
He's a nice dude from last season too. He's really cool dude, man.
And he's very fashionable too. I don't know if y'all seen him too. He's pretty fresh. He be on the, you know, on those little channels, nice latest and greatest too. So when I had him, you know, show love, that was a big thing too. So. I've had a few like local DJs rocking and whatnot, but you know, Nate is probably the biggest one.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
I went maybe 2-3 years ago.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Word. Have you sent him anything since then?
I did, but he didn't do a post like the last time. He probably got, you know, since then too. He's been a little. He got that contract with I think like CBS. He was doing it for the so maybe he's just too busy. I'm just gonna say he was too busy too. One time I tried to get it. I tried to get it to Tiana Taylor one time. My boy who's on a Marshall, I think she came there for like a homecoming or something there, you know. So I was like, yo, and he said that his homeboy worked like the front, and so I sent him like a crop top and Tiana to wear. And I was like, get it to her ASAP, and then supposedly, you know, it got to her, but I never saw it, you know, got it. But it was a risk I was willing to take.
Ain't no loss there.
Yeah, not at all. You know what I'm saying? If she wears it, that's great. If she doesn't, maybe she did wear it, and then maybe, you know, so. But I would really like. Maybe if I get like Wale or something.
I was gonna say, if there's one person you would like to see that you in your, you know, in your outfit or in, you know, hoodie or sweatshirt jacket, who would it be?
Yeah, I mean probably, you know, DMV related, probably Wale. Kanye got his own thing going on, but I think he inspires me too. As crazy as he can be, you know, but he obviously he's his own brand and doing his wild shit exactly. So I can't really see him, you know, rocking somebody else's joint. But I mean, if I can get him some gear, that'd be dope too, man. You know, those are the first two people that really come to mind. That's what's up. Yes, sir.
So let me see. One of the last things I wanted to ask you before I let you go was like in regards to like fashion, as it's always trending, it's an ever evolving door with like what people love, what people don't like, what people wear, and what they don't wear. What is something that you really have enjoyed that's come to the fashion market? What is something you really hated? And what is something that you want to see happen in the future? What would you say 2020, 2021 coming up? As far as styles.
If my man Brian was here, he'd tell you that he don't rock with the fanny packs, the satchels, none of that stuff, the accessories. Yeah. I'm alright with it. It don't bother me too much. It depends. Like to me, it's the presentation of how you rock it. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I'm not nothing against, you know, the young thug rocking dresses. I mean, it's different. About like Uzi. Uzi is another one. He's very weird in his fashion. Some things, you know, you just gotta kind of cross the line that, you know what I mean? But nothing too much really bothers me. I will say I will say the Supreme. I got one of them. You know what I'm saying? The little crossbody shoulder bags.
I see why people do it. Like, because you think as a male, you really only got 2, 3, 4 pockets and they're small. Like, so if you put all your shit, I see why females wear purses.
Not even that. Even on that, like I throw some other stuff in there that I can't really put anywhere else. Like like pocket change.
Just
or, like
other shit.
when I'm on like vacation, I'll throw like I got like a little flask with some liquor, like a
100%.
little bit of bottle. I put my alcohol in there.
Like if you got a bathing suit on, no shirt, and you don't got no pockets, that's good.
Put yourself in there. I don't like the ones that are oversized. I've seen niggas rock the. Excuse me, Larry. I see niggas rock the like the almost like a laptop bag. On
What y'all got in there?
Like there's a difference, like a messenger bag, seriously. But they think it's fresh just because it's like Louis or something like that. I see somebody rock like a. Not saying every brand is not like a guest brand, you know, and they thought they was really doing something with it, you know. It's like, but I don't know. It couldn't be me. I ain't knocking you, but I'm saying it couldn't be me. But I mean, just a weird. Who am I to call it weird? Maybe what's weird to me may not be weird to somebody on there. Right? But I'm saying you're never gonna catch me rocking like a dress or a skirt or something that's saying like it's fashion.
No, it's not for me either. But I think when you make so much money though, you just start doing weird shit. You know, but it's like you said, ain't for me. I don't never think I can even think about it. But I think they could be bored and putting shit.
I guess, and that's what they. It's just people with the bread, like the Kanye. That's why he. I don't know. I'm not giving him passes for some of this stuff. I mean, there for a while he's wearing like tees with holes in them. You know what I'm saying? Looking homeless, and the price tag on them places like people are buying it. That's what I'm saying. Like
I can make that shit.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Give me your shirt, give me some scissors, let me go ahead and poke it up real quick and throw it on. But I mean, it's because it's him.
It goes back to what you say. Who's wearing it?
That's it. You can do that shit. Let me do that. People gonna be looking at me like I'm crazy. Like I just got booted out the crib and all types of stuff.
So, as far as I've been mentioning, you have a 9 to 5 and stuff like that. As far as work-life balance, because basically you got 2 jobs right now. You know what I'm saying? So how was that? Was it difficult to cope with, or how was that to cope with?
For me personally,
have fun as well.
Right.
But you gotta be on your game too.
That's it. For me, my job is very flexible. I mean, I'm a banker and I manage a branch. So on my downtime when I'm not doing anything financial related, like I'm thinking of ideas or for me, it is. Yeah, you gotta separate it, but at the same time, it's like the good thing about my job too is I get a lot of networking opportunities. You know, everybody comes to a bank. I mean, I met mad people. I've even met somebody I printed through at the bank. I print shop at the bank. You know, and cut me good deals just because I've helped them with accounts and whatnot. So, in my situation specifically, it's beneficial for me because it's very flexible. Like once I'm done with what I need to do, I can take maybe 10-15 minutes aside to maybe post a pic or do a research on a new idea or sketch something out. So it works out for me. I can't say the same for everybody. I don't know what everyone else's situation is like. But I think I found a healthy balance in doing so. You know what I mean? And for me, for my job, I don't work holidays, it's closed on days like that. I mean, weekend, no one really banks after like noon or whatnot. So in my situation,
all the bullshit holidays off.
Exactly, all the government holidays off. So I can. You sound salty about that. Where you work at?
I'm too.
Okay. So you're good. Exactly. So it's a good work back. And again, like I use that job to fund my hustle on the side as well. So again, it's flexibility is the key. So it works out.
That's what's up, man.
Cut. So
you got any rapid fire questions you want at the end, right?
So we're at 50, right? I'll say my last question, but I'm always gonna ask the guest.
So Dom, I would go.
I'll ask one and then you
I would
ask.
say real quick, as we're wrapping up, can you tell us if a little bit of anything, what's coming out here in the future, and then you can you don't really have to say much. I don't want to sell you too much, you know what I'm saying, but just stay tuned. Type shit, you know what I mean?
Okay, go.
I hate hearing myself.
Maybe just get like a target date, like look for something around this time,
right?
How you say it like that.
That's perfect.
Yeah. That's fine.
And then go into upon a new decade, what are some things you're trying to achieve in 2020 coming up?
Feed off my question, and then you get your.
Y'all doing great piggybacking off each other. Y'all doing great.
Yeah.
Just make it easier for me.
Right.
the joint for the next guest.
Yeah, go back.
Okay, that's fine.
What question are you doing?
No, he's about to ask me about like
You know what we talk about all the fucking time. We talk about one thing.
I think that'll revert everything we talked about. It will be just two left fielders.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It'll
It doesn't relate then.
Exactly. Well,
That's what I'm trying to do
the
sometimes.
conversation we had.
Yeah.
Right now, it's promoting brand and shit like that. Like it would just.
Yeah, we did really good about talking about like the artists and whatnot.
Y'all gotta talk me out of it. I'm just saying.
He's like, that's good. He's like, I'm with
We're
it.
good. We had a few laughs.
We'll get someone on here who was married and divorced at a young age.
I need to see that episode. Facts.
Yeah.
Someone who's open about that. It's not gonna be hard to find. Trust me.
But yeah,
I can send y'all some folk y'all way.
yeah.
I know. He said if he's some wives who's still trying to smack, I can send y'all way, man.
That's right.
Sorry.
Let me know. You already go through it on that one. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so we're gonna try to wrap this up a little bit. We got a few questions for you. So with the new decade coming up, a new season coming up as well, what does Prime Hierarchy have in store for your customers?
We about to start focusing on the spring, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit more than we used to. A lot of the times we've done kind of, not I want to say the same thing, but we've done something we already done previously and tweaked it and still made it poppin'. But now I think about to start maybe throwing some new designs y'all way. So y'all stay tuned, y'all keep up with the boys. Yeah, exactly. Brandon a little bit.
Keep an eye out.
Broaden a little bit. I said Brandon, broaden a little bit. Yeah, we're trying to expand. Growth is the key. So 2020 is all about growth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm ending this, with the interview, the Voyage interview, and then just we ended on a high note. So we're just trying to carry that momentum over into the next year, into the new year, and keep it going from there, man. Just keep that ball rolling.
Well, if I got anything besides some knowledge and good conversation, man, with you, I definitely got a new customer to meet. So
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Coming up.
Appreciate that, boss.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Alright, so I like to ask all of the interviewees this question. Answer it to the best of your ability.
Oh, God.
Simple question.
I'm out of line.
I'm bullshit.
No bullshit.
Alright, so with what you're doing as far as with your clothing or just in life in general, how do you want to be remembered?
Ooh, that's a good one. His legacy is key. It's just this be remembered by just the impact I made while I was here. Hopefully, even if my brand doesn't take off, I hope I've inspired somebody, who wants to come up with a brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all get what I'm trying to say? Like, you know what I'm saying? Spark the person that
Do it.
to do it. You know what I'm saying? So just use me as an example as, I don't know, like I said earlier before, there's discouraging, there's might be a little lack of support.
Yeah.
You might feel down and out, feel like people aren't really behind you or in your corner, but like just stay consistent, stay with it. So I just even be remembered by like, dang, even if mine don't take off and if somebody else does, knowing that I helped that person take off is good enough. I feel like it's a victory in itself. You know what I'm saying? If I can motivate the next person, you know what I'm saying? And again, just spreading, you get back what you give out.
Yeah.
So, I'm all about sending positive vibes, supporting anybody coming up and doing their own thing, you know what I'm saying, any way that I can show love. Now, I'm also be honest, I'm not going to show, even if I know you, whatever you're doing is whack, I'm going to be a friend and let you know, like, I'm saying, I'm not going to co-sign no bullshit or no whack shit, and I see a lot of that going on too. You're not really that friend, you know what I'm saying? I'm blessed because I have people in my corner too who tell me like, that might not be it. You might need to do so. And I reciprocate that same energy because you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to take criticism.
Don't let me sell the bullshit.
Exactly. Imagine if you were
a
horrible ass singer. We're all in your corner telling you like you were a beast, and then you go to somebody really important, and then that's gonna crush your spirits more than anything. That's gonna do you more damage than. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I'm more mad at y'all for not telling me.
Exactly.
I'm respecting the honesty. Good or
bad.
Right?
Exactly. So again, I
can do that on my own.
Exactly. Just leaving the good vibes. Just be remembered for good vibes, good energy, and just like consistency, hard work, and let them know that I put my all into this, and hopefully that it goes somewhere.
Gotcha.
Sure.
All right, sounds like it's a wrap in the trap. It's your boy and not your man, Don Worm on all social media sites. Thank you for listening to the Talk to Me podcast. All right, so you can get your little haters off and all that.
Go ahead and follow us on IG at Prime Hierarchy, PRIMEHIERARCHY. A lot of people have trouble spelling it. Just go ahead and put it in. I promise it will pop up. Follow us on Twitter. We got the Facebook. We got the IG. If you're on there, you can follow my personal page as well. That's Mr. Takes Him Down. It has nothing to do with what it sounds like. It's an inside joke that I ran with. You can say that for another episode.
Inside joke.
It's all about PrimeHierarchy.com. Y'all stay tuned. We coming with some more heat.
I heard it, man. I appreciate y'all coming back out. Get right tight. That's a new handle. Holla at your boy, man. 2020.
Tell them how to spell that.
Get right. GETRIGHT _TYK.
Oh, man.
Can't fuck it up because it's only one.
Here it is.
It's a wrap.
Man. Prime Hierarchy, man. You see it here first. We'll holler at you in 2020.
Let's get it.
Yo, why we